Welcome back, y'all. You know who it is. F to the O to the X to the Y. Foxy, giving it to you, the realist. The only one that's the realest motherfucker in the game. Roll my motherfucking music. Guys, what's up? I'm Chris from the Fox Accord. Talk about fragrances, turn on the camera while my pups are wrestling each other, and we get into it together. No bullshit. The realest in the game. You're staring at them. Guys, so Monday we're gonna get into it. I have a lunch, so I'm gonna try to not ramble too much, but Monday came along and I just watched a buddy of mine's review. He goes by Solomon's Vineyard, and he picked up at a Ross or one of the rack stores, Dunhill Driven. So when I was out and about, I saw it. I think it was like between 20 and 30 bucks. I gotta say, this is nice. I mean, if you have a really extensive collection, it might be matte to you because it does have similarities of Paco Rabanne Pure Excess, which I like. So for me, it's like a little redundant to have Paco Rabanne Pure Excess, and then I have a couple of others that smell the same. But this is lovely. It's, you know, it's fruity. It's got a warm, spicy thing going on. I believe there's vanilla in this. There's a plum note, which is really beautiful, actually. This is just a great dumb reach, cooler weather fragrance. I don't think it's gonna blow everybody away, but man, it smells good. I'm sure it'll get you some feedback, some positive feedback. It's not, you know, something you're gonna walk into a room and, you know, blow people out, and it's like an offensive fragrance. It's mass appealing, it's easy going. It's one of my favorite pickups recently from Dunhill. Another fragrance that has similarities to others, but guys, if you see Dunhill Driven and you're trying to build your collection, it's a great one to add. And if you're in high school or younger, because this is very playful, under 30, it's a nice one. I would go with it. So Dunhill Driven, do it. Not bad if you see it in your rack stores or on discounters for a good price. Solid pickup. Tuesday, this is a house, a black-owned business in Atlanta. The gentleman that owns it and makes the fragrances, they also have like sunglasses and it's a brand, but they do have some knock it out of your park fragrances, and one of my favorite from Sauvage. It's been talked about a little bit, but I'm gonna give it love constantly. It's Soul Cafe. I'm running really low, and that says a lot for me because I have 200 plus full bottle fragrances. I did order a full bottle of this recently and a couple of his new fragrances in the cigar clutch size. But guys, this is an intoxicating fragrance. Now, I have so much respect for Chris Classic. I've watched some interviews with him, with fellow enthusiasts and people in the fragrance industry. And man, for not being a perfumer, you know, doing this forever, his fragrances, now it's got like a nice blood orange, there's tobacco in this, there's like, I believe, patchouli, musk, like it's like a musk blend, I think. Amber, firewood, and there's like a coffee note in this. But it's just an inviting, filled with soul, no pun intended. But this fragrance is so gorgeous. I have sent samples to some friends. This goes unisex. I've sent it to some male friends, some of my female friends, and the feedback is just wow. I'm just gonna keep saying wow every time I pull this out because this gets attention. It smells lovely, it's sweet, it's inviting, it's masterful. Soul Cafe by Sauvage. I'm gonna put the link in my description, but check out this brand's and these fragrances from Sauvage. Chris Classic kills it. Soul Cafe, I'm telling you, this shit's fire. So Wednesday came along and I was doing some errands, I was getting out and about, I'm getting ready for the holidays. Christmas is around the corner. A new fragrance company called Harmony. They have some very unique fragrances, and one of them I have bought and I've actually talked about is Castle Black by Harmony. The owner of the company is named Trill. He's also the perfumer. Now, I get this leathermint. I get this leather, creamy peppermint vibe. My dad actually said in a video prior he smells pistachios, and I kind of could see that when I closed my eyes. This is a beast mode fragrance. This is a transportive fragrance. And what I will say, because I've been wearing some of his other samples that Trill, the owner, sent to me, is these are not mass appealing fragrances. These are transportive. They put you in a zen-like place. They are almost aromatherapy style fragrances because each one, and I think that's where Trill was going with it. I just love it. I mean, it's like a very grounding experience. You know, you feel it in your sinuses. It brings you to places possibly in your life. They do that for me. It's a very unique house, very different. His fragrances, I'm not gonna say like, you know, the clubber fragrances. If you look up the company and hear the stories, that's not what the owner is all about. But I'm loving this fragrance. It's been growing on me. He makes them to order. So the more they sit and macerate, it just keeps changing and evolving. It's a unique fragrance. I could spray 2 sprays in this living room right now, leave for the whole day and come back, and my room is gonna smell like Castle Black. Guys, I'm gonna leave a link to Harmony fragrances. Get some samples, super unique, super grounding, super transportive. It's super. I'm gonna use that word for the last time. Check them out. Harmony, Castle Black's the one I have. Go through his note list on his other fragrances. Killer stuff, guys. Thursday. Now, I have had this fragrance for a long time. I am not a big fan of the other fragrances in this line. I love that. I love Dior. It's the Dior fragrance. But I haven't worn it enough to give a review and let anybody know what I feel about it. So I just started wearing it again. I think I wore it 2 times prior. One was in testing it in a Dillard's or a Macy's, and then once when it actually arrived. And that fragrance is Dior Sauvage Elixir. Now, like I said, my personal thing is I'm not a big fan of Sauvage. I've talked about it before. A lot of my friends wear it. The scent is everywhere. It's popular for a reason. It's an Ambroxan bomb, but so I never thought I would own anything that says Sauvage, and in my opinion, Dior kind of copped out and is trying to capitalize even more on the name Sauvage, because I don't really get the DNA. It's a touch, but I also don't wear Sauvage that much, so I'm not super privy to the DNA because I don't want to smell it. But this one is beautiful. It's super strong. My only qualm is they give you this little tiny bottle. I wish it came in, you know, the double size or whatever, at least 100 mil, because it is pretty pricey. It was like 155 bucks when I bought it. But it's got this it's just a classy man, kind of piney, balsamic vibe going on. A couple of sprays is gonna last you, it's gonna go a long way. But for me to pick up a Dior Sauvage, even in the name, it says a lot for me because I despise Dior Sauvage. I'm gonna give this more wearings and give you a full review, but I am digging this. I did get some attention. I waited a little while before I came out because this is a potent fragrance. It's one of those, like, for me, I'm spraying half hour, 40 minutes before I'm leaving the house. Like after I jump out of the shower, I give, you know, spray on each side of the neck and one on my clothes, and that should suffice. I got like 8 to 10 hours with this thing. I smelt it the next morning on my skin. And if you spray it when I got out of the shower, if it's a fresh spray, you can't scrub it out. It's a potent one. So Dior Sauvage Elixir. I'm gonna wear this more. I'm loving it so far. If you haven't put your nose on it, go check this out, get a sample. It's pretty lovely. I'm totally digging it. So Dior Sauvage Elixir was my scent of the day on Thursday. I'm constantly yelling at my puppy, "You're driving me crazy, Storm." She doesn't stop. I'm tired. I don't know how people have kids. I don't have children, but I'm just raising a female puppy and I'm exhausted. So now we're at Friday. I went with one of the first oud fragrances that I've ever worn. It was my entry level into it because I'm a fan of Boss Bottled, and it's Boss Bottled Oud. Now this stuff, if you like Boss Bottled and the Boss DNA, it's that beautiful Boss DNA with a touch of oud. It's a little synthetic, but not, it's not barnyardy. It's not anything like, too animalic or like, that you feel like you're at a petting zoo. It's just lovely. It's easygoing. It's a great entry level oud. Like I said, if you like Boss Bottled Intense, any of the Boss Bottled DNA style fragrances, it's awesome. If you really want to step up your game and start getting into the ouds, you're in high school, you're in your early 20s, you've only messed with designer fragrances, check this out. I love it. It is a compliment puller if that's your thing. I've never gotten really a foul, like, ooh. It's a lovely fragrance. Enough said. Boss Bottled Oud, check this out. It's a fantastic Saturday. Came along another up and coming company called City Rhythm. They make some great fragrances. The one I'm going to talk about and that I wore on Saturday was City Rhythm Tropical Seduction Miami. This stuff, guys, mass appealing. If you haven't tried any fragrances that have like a coconut note in it, it has this beautiful coconut, I believe lime, it's like a creamy, limey coconut. Let me give it a little spritz. Man, it's refreshing. If you live in high heat, I mean, it's fun, it's playful, it's tropical. It reminds me of being on vacation. Like if I was in Miami or I was in Barbados, Jamaica, anywhere where it's clear water, you can see your toes when you're walking in, you're holding a pina colada or a mojito, you're killing the game with this stuff. I'm gonna leave you the link also with this brand, City Rhythm, guys. A coconut dream, some citruses, creamy, sexy, I love it. Check this out, City Rhythm Miami Tropical Seduction. The link will be below. I love it. Sunday, today, happy Sunday all, going into a new week. We're all gonna smell foxy. And pretty much, I'm gonna get to the meat of it. One of my buddies has a channel as well. He goes by Cali, Groom's Room. Awesome channel, guys, check him out. He had a lineup recently, and I'm gonna leave his link below as well. So he gave a lineup of a bunch of fragrances, more freshy style, woodsy, vetiver based. Was loving the lineup, had a few of them in it, and then he got into this one, Rasasi Fatan, or Fatten Fatan Rasasi. And he spoke super highly of it. So as a joke, I told him, I'm gonna pick this one up. It's not that expensive. I think it's between 20, 30 bucks I spent. I bought it at fragrancebuy.ca. It came yesterday. Guys, I thought I was gonna be able to mess with them, that it was gonna be bad. It is great. And I'm gonna say it straight out. I mean, it smells almost identical to Terre de Hermes EDT or Parfum. I had both on each hand yesterday. I don't know if it's intention. Versace's intention was to make a clone, but I have a few Hermes clones that are disgusting. Like, they're not it. They failed. They shouldn't put the name Hermes in it. It's awful. I have a whole section that I'm like, what a crappy recommendation I picked up. It is not it. But this one, I'm not blowing smoke. I'm still in shock. It pumps. I mean, I was filling the room with this thing, and I love Terre de Hermes. You know, I just love it. Guys, I'm telling you, I was in shock. Say it smelled like Hermes. He didn't. He gave his view, and when I got it, I was like, wow. If you like that and you can't afford it, might be redundant if you have a bottle. I do have a bottle that's actually getting low of the EDT of Terre de Hermes, but this is a great cheapy option. I mean, if don't want to spend it or you want to smell like it, I vouch for it. You could give me hate in the comments if you think it doesn't smell like that cologne. But Dave, you did good. It's a goodie. I'll be wearing this one. It's going to be in my rotation. I love this scent DNA. So, by the House of Versace, Fatin makes a great Hermes clone. Was it their intention? I don't know. Did they nail it? They did. All right, guys, that was kind of quick. I didn't want to go crazy today. I do have a lunch. I'm going to be eating some wings, maybe put down a couple of brewskis. Football is on, and I've got my Fear and Loathing style clothes on today. I want to wish everybody a beautiful week. Smell foxy. Stay safe. I love you all. Peace and love. Come back again. Like, subscribe, hit the bell, comment below. Just come by. Let's talk frags, y'all. Deuces.